Hello, everyone. My name is Croopadoop, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about Dark Souls 3, my first impressions with the game, and talk a little bit about linearity. So, first of all, I wanted to say that I'm level 32 in Dark Souls 3 right now. I've only been playing the game for about 11 hours. I'm currently at the halfway fortress. I'm running a strength build, and I'm using the reinforced club at +3 and the butcher knife at +2. So before this Dark Souls came out, I was really contemplating whether or not I wanted to pick it up on release or whether I wanted to wait for the reviews to come out, wait for some of my favorite YouTubers to speak their mind on what they thought about the game. But then, like most other people, or maybe like a subset of other Souls fans, I sort of caved at the last minute, pre-ordered the game with all the DLCs, and here I am. Played the game, like I said, 11 hours, and I've really honestly enjoyed it so far. I've been having a great time, just sort of taking the game at my own pace. I'm currently juggling it with The Division right now, and it's a lot of fun so far. The points that really stick out to me that I feel like FromSoft have really gotten correct with this iteration of Dark Souls is, number one, the ambiance. The music and areas in this game, the world design, in my opinion, just absolutely incredible. Normally, I don't really pay attention to the world. I mean, I do when I'm exploring, but it's usually not... I don't even know. It's usually not one of the things that I really pay the most attention to. I mostly got into the original Dark Souls because of the combat. And this Dark Souls, I mean, we can talk about combat in a minute because I also think the combat's great, but man, in the first few minutes of this game, it really sucks you in. That opening cinematic, absolutely mind-blowing. The first game that I played from FromSoft was Dark Souls 1, and that was on the Xbox 360, and when I first saw the opening cutscene for Dark Souls 1, I was really confused at what the game was going to be about because I hadn't done any research on it. I just had a friend that recommended it to me. But they really brought it back to that old Dark Souls 1 feeling with the opening cutscene. And even with the first area, I've sort of gotten used to the tricks that FromSoft like to play on the player at the beginning of the game. But, oh man, the game just sucks you in right at the beginning. And every single boss that I've fought since then, I think I've only fought Eundix Gundyr and the Cursed Rotted Greatwood. There might have been a mini boss in between that, but I can't honestly remember at the moment. Every single boss that I've fought so far has been unique with their own movesets, with their own... Like, they're so unpredictable in this game. And they all have one or more elements that really just throw you for a loop. And I really, really enjoy that about this game. It really reminds me of Bloodborne. It's as if they've just created this love child between the combat system of Bloodborne and the world of Dark Souls. So I'm honestly really happy about that. Now, on linearity in Dark Souls 3. So one of the first things that I heard from, I think it was a review that I read at the beginning of when I first was looking into the game, and one of my friends had told me to pick it up because we wanted to co-op together. This review said one of the negatives of this Dark Souls was how linear it is. And, I mean, I'm only 11 hours in. I've only cleared Lothric Castle and the Undead Settlement so far. I'm currently on the Road of Sacrifices. I think that's what the area is called. I'm in the swamp at the halfway fortress. I think that I'm remembering that correctly, but I'm at the halfway fortress right now, and yeah, after 11 hours, it really feels like I've just been going down and down and down on one path. But at the same time, even though it feels a little linear, I guess you could say that it is linear. There are so many routes off the beaten path and secret areas and small little, not Easter eggs, but little discoveries along the way. It doesn't feel so linear to me. It feels like there's a lot of exploration that takes place in each area. I actually got really lost when I was in Lothric Castle in the Undead Settlement. I think I spent a couple days in the Undead Settlement just trying to figure out where to go and how to get to all the places I wanted to get to, how to find all the items. I'm really not even sure if I found everything so far. So in terms of linearity and exploration in general, I think that FromSoft have really done a great job so far, and I'm personally really pleased. I played Dark Souls 2, and even though the areas in Dark Souls 2, even comparing Dark Souls 2 to Dark Souls 3, I don't feel like Dark Souls 2 holds a candle to Dark Souls 3 in terms of how beautiful the world is, the world design in general, and just exploration. Now, the place that I'm in right now is that this feels like it is the most difficult Dark Souls of the entire series. I don't know whether it's just that I'm getting older and I don't have as much time to play these games as I used to, and maybe my reflexes are getting a little slower, but this game, it feels so difficult compared to the previous iterations of Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2 to me didn't really feel like a challenge. Dark Souls 1 being my first Dark Souls was pretty challenging, but once you got used to everything and I really started researching what the most efficient builds were in Dark Souls 1, I was able to clear that game with a little bit of trouble, but not as much. I really love Dark Souls 1 though, so I played that game for probably about 2 years straight. Bloodborne for me was really tough. The combat in Bloodborne is incredibly fast-paced, but at the same time, I don't really know how much of Bloodborne was tough because of the combat or tough just because FromSoft would throw really, really ridiculous enemies at you and would throw mobs of enemies when you're fighting bosses, things like that. They did things that I don't know whether it was skill-based difficulty or just artificial difficulty based on the odds you were put up against. This Dark Souls so far feels really well balanced, honestly. I've already had a couple encounters of PvP, and the PvP so far has been so much fun. I had actually, in this clip that you guys are watching right now, I ran into... Well, actually, I was trying to clear the swamp, and I ran into a defender of the swamp, and I had to run away because I had no Estus flasks left, and I didn't want to risk using my faith healing spells with an invader in my game, so I went back and I summoned someone to help me, and you guys can watch this situation unfold. I thought that it was pretty awesome. But anyways, I guess my overall opinion of Dark Souls 3 so far is that this might be the hardest Dark Souls. The world is beautiful. The music is beautiful. The bosses are unique. I like the enemies a lot better than Dark Souls 2. And overall, I'm just having a lot of fun. I'm trying to take this game at a slower pace because I feel like every time a new Souls game comes out, I just sort of power through it. Like with Bloodborne, I just marathoned that game. The first 2 days it was out, I think I took off work to play the game, and I'm pretty sure that first day it was out, I marathoned it for 10 hours. Doing a lot of co-op, doing a lot of just exploration. But with this game, I want to take my time. I want to enjoy it. Like I said, I'm juggling it with The Division right now. And so I'm just trying to make sure that I really take it in and enjoy it before... because this first experience running through the game, this is going to be the only first experience I can have with it. So I want to make it as good as possible. Anyways, guys, I've done a lot of rambling in this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching and listening to me and my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.